1,000 years ago, Duke Wharton of Starblight sold our world to the gods, and thus we were plunged into darkness. Today, adventurers seek far and wide, help and hope, in the hopes that someday they may retrieve the heart of flame and bring light back to the cosmos. This is J&D presents Starblight Saga, Forgotten Treaties, Chapter 4, Episode 22.
No, that's not the name of our campaign.
It's not?
It's Pissical Ball, remember?
J&D presents Pissical Ball, the Starblight Saga, Forgotten Treaties, Campaign 3, Chapter 4, Episode 22, Part 2.
The darkness and light are everywhere, even where you least expect it. I am Lighthandriel Goodbody, son of the Solars, guardian of the Underkeep, once right hand of Lord Caecilius, until I learned the faithful truth that even in the light, the dark crawls in. I once thought my family was killed by the cult of the Barren Veins, attempting to steal my angelic blood, but then found out that it was Lord Caecilius himself. That is when I dropped my devotion and became an Oath of Vengeance paladin, traveling the world with these two interesting fellows. I use my light and dark power to make the world right again.
My name is I come from the ancient land of Skongingi-Binganga. I come from the royal family of Bungangingi-Gangango. I left my home to go on adventures with my friends, which my family disapproved of, and there's a lot of internal conflict there. It's really dramatic and interesting.
I'm old Peendis Greenfellow, and I believe that magic is everywhere if you know just where to look. With a flip of my finger and a tip of my hat, I come from the wild woods of Whimsy, where I lived in the mushroom village of gnomes, with my good friends Brainy Gnome, Gnomette, Papa Gnome, and the likes, until they were burned to a crispy death by the ugly and horrible nasty trolls. And as such, I took my little gnome stick, and I took my little gnome hat, and my artificer's tools, and I embarked on a journey across the world with my friends to explore this. Okay, that's all I got.
The name? Nox Sharpdaggers. They call me that? Because I got sharp daggers. I was raised on these streets, did what I had to do to survive. I'll take any job if the price is right. Been wandering with the same crew for a couple weeks now. They're okay, I guess.
Lighthandriel Goodbody. Your hands are covered in blood. As you look down at the body, the previous shell of your companion, of your friend, Paupai. He lays motionless. As you glance over, you see the hulking body of the troll that guarded the caverns of Taknaul that he sacrificed himself to destroy. The hole you've dug lays in front of you. What do you do?
I shall shine my light even in the darkness. I stab my sword into the ground and kneel towards it for a moment. My holy amulet glowing with a bit of a radiant light. Still some blood and schmutz still all over my face. The tears kind of streaking across. I put the body into the hole for a moment and I look over it. I'm sorry. I wasn't strong enough this time. And I begin to use my sword and shield to begin to dig a hole and bury it.
As you look around, you see the rest of your friends. Old Peendis Greenfellow wipes a tear from his beard. Nox Sharpdaggers pulls his cloak from over his head, exposing his shock of white hair, looking mournfully on. Places an elfish beacon of hope upon the body of your friend. Just as your sorceress companion, Thermala Bornterra, approaches.
Before she does her thing, old Peendis Greenfellow, he wipes more tears from his beard. He takes the tip of his beard and he starts clogging up his runny nose with it, and his face full of sadness and devastation. He reaches over to the body of Popeye and grabs his golden amulet of Thiswithrielhllywendel, which we received from the three cursed gnolls.
No way.
He grabs it and he infuses it to become a homunculus servant. And it turns into a homunculus servant.
Roll a d20 for me, right now. Oh my god,
that just
roll
happens.
a d20.
So
roll a d20 for me.
It's 11.
11. Okay. As you touch the amulet of what? What'd you say it was?
Thiswithrielhllywendel.
As you touch the amulet of Thiswithrielhllywendel, you imbue it with the magic of the forest, and it glows green. And your eyes roll back in your head, and you see a vision of Popeye. You see him floating up into the stratosphere, and he looks down at you, and he says, "Well done." And as your eyes open back up, you see a perfect, tiny little clone of him with a golden heart in your hands.
And also bat wings, because homunculi have bat wings.
And bat wings
and
go for the explode out of the bag.
And I say, with this it is like he never died, a memory of our friend.
And the homunculus goes,
and I shall call you Popeye too.
Lighthandriel kneels down to Peendis, and he kind of places his forehead against his own forehead. Peendis, this is such a beautiful work. I lost the voice.
Such a beautiful work.
Why, thank you, Lighthandriel. But you know what I always say? Popeye would not have wanted us to sit here in dejection. I always say that. He would have wanted us to tarry on into this dungeon and fight ahead and reclaim the first flame.
Thermala says, "Yeah, you're right. Guys, he would want us to move on." And she points towards the massive gates leading into Taknaul and says, "We need to go in there and destroy the evil that's plagued this land for too long." And she casts light in her hand and shoots it off into the mouth of the cavern and starts walking.
Nox lifts himself from his leaned position against the cave wall and sighs, and follows closely behind the group, daggers at the ready.
Follows them into the whatever, the dungeon.
At the sight of... is the homunculus following us with the bat wings?
Yeah, the homunculus is waddling behind us.
Okay. At the sight of the homunculi, or just the one, Nox's eyes go wide, but he quickly diminishes the thought and turns away. He's uninterested.
Can I do a perception check to notice him doing that?
Yeah, give me a perception check. DC 25.
To notice me not noticing the thing.
Oh fuck! I have a +0 in perception. That'll just be a straight 16. I look ahead. I guess.
Lighthandriel, you look at Nox and you see the face of your father, and then you turn back and you continue walking.
Can I do an investigation check to see if I notice Lighthandriel looking at Nox's indifference but misreading it as the face of his father?
That's gonna be a DC 4.
DC 4? Okay, yeah. Let me see. Okay. That is a 19.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, add 3 gold to your pouch and take some inspiration.
3 gold just for me? Oh, I'm going to go on a spending spree! I dance back and forth from one foot to the other.
That was my father's gold.
You really are such a jolly little man. That makes me happy. When I was in my parents' castle, I never felt happiness.
I'm old Peendis Greenfellow, and I believe that happiness is everywhere. If you just turn that frown upside down, and I start moving your face around with my hands.
Thiswithrielhllywendel, give me roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Nox isn't much for words, but at the sight of this man dancing around, he turns his head up in disgust.
I got a natural one. Listen to me.
As you look into the eyes of Peendis Greenfellow, you quickly forget what you were thinking about.
I look to, can I give an investigation to see if I saw, what's his name? If I saw Nox look at me with disgust?
Yeah.
He turns his head up and looks away in disgust, specifically.
Yeah. Can I roll an investigation for that? That's, let me roll that real quick.
I hope you don't roll a 12.
Well, it is a 28.
Holy shit!
So,
Adam, with Corkatiel's amulet, you get 4 gold for every check passed by more than 10, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so take 4 more gold.
We got that from Joe Ogre, if you recall.
Joe Ogre.
So, you
yeah, you guys remember Joe Ogre?
Joe Ogre. Oh my god. Ogre.
August, that was a good one.
He did do that. You guys remember that from campaign -1? Oh, that was great.
As soon as we got it, we painted it right onto your miniature.
Campaign -1. Campaign
-1. Joe Ogre's got a puckered asshole and he's showing it off and it's whistling like that scene in Pink Flamingos. So after I noticed the disgust on the face of who I thought was my friend, who I thought was a friend of mine, Nox Sharpdaggers, I go over to him and I say, Nox Sharpdaggers, my friend! It seems that you're not quite in the moment with the rest of us.
Nox turns his head to look at you again, and there's a very serious look on his face, and he looks at you and he goes, "Listen, listen, we don't have much time. I'm very emotional from the loss of our friend, and this homunculus is definitely making me feel a little strange. So if we could please just carry on, instead of dancing around."
Nox, there is joy and magic to be found everywhere if you know just where to look. Perhaps I can
not in
cheer
this
you up
cave there isn't.
With a little game of sorts. I'm going to start poking him in the eyes.
Ouch, my eyes! That was my eyes. That hurts.
As you say, in this cave there isn't. The doors slam behind you, the massive, brilliantly crafted, golden set doors slam behind you, and a low green mist begins to seep in as you hear the cackling of your old enemy, Eltorp, Tooth of the Rattus.
I would know that cackle anyway.
As he emerges from the
Eltorp.
smoke with his legion of interloper rats, all foaming from the mouth, with wild eyes full of blood.
You snaky bitch.
He saunters out,
get
his
behind
gray
me.
cloak flowing behind him, in the chill of the cave's breeze. He says, as his long teeth jangle in his mouth, and his gold chain attached to a massive golden mace jangles behind him. He goes and stares at you with piercing green-ringed eyes and a stench you've never smelt before, worse, more sulfuric than any demon you've met thus far. And he says, as he saunters up, his feet touching the ground with the grace of a gazelle, and yet leaving imprints larger than a man of his stature. He goes,
You quit that right now. I'm sick of it.
Oh, if only the dwarven armies had arrived in time.
They will come. Crimson Bloods, they will come soon.
Thermala puts her arm around you, Lighthandriel, and says, "You are our heart and our hope." And as Eltorp saunters forward, he says, "Nox Sharpdagger."
What do you want?
Not so sharp these days, are you?
Oh, that's fucking it. I've had it. No, I'm taking this guy down right here, right now. I'll show you how sharp my daggers are.
Roll initiative.
Oh shit. Guys, this is getting real. Guys,
What the fuck? What the fuck? August is taking out a big fucking map.
oh my god, he's got this huge fucking battle map. What are these miniatures? Oh my god, dude, that's fucking terrifying.
I want to give a
This is
thank you to
so
our production
fucking
team
eldritch.
for Eltorp's mini. That was a custom job with
Dude,
our Hero
how did you
Forge
get these
partnership.
like 2,000 rat miniatures? That must have cost so much.
Christ, man.
I can't see the other end of the board.
It's like so huge.
Where does it end? I didn't know this room was so big.
I almost feel like I'm the miniature.
Did you say roll?
Yeah, that's a 15 from me.
15?
Did you say to roll
That's
initiative
a
there?
a dirty 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, if I can break the immersion here for like just a moment, I'm like getting like,
what's
frankly, like just a little bit like immersed in this story. If I'm frankly,
August
I'm
is
just gonna
changing
come
the
out and
lighting.
say it. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I have shivers right now.
Oh.
Shit, August, did you change the lighting here?
Yeah, dude, I love the dynamic lighting.
Yeah, Phillips Hue.
Yeah.
Phillips Hue. Thank you, Phillips Hue. Appreciate it. If you would, with the second staff of Ortafun, you get to move. What is it? 30 or 40 feet on initiative at the beginning. Prize round. 40 or 40. You have
It's 30.
30. Okay. I wouldn't give you that much.
Okay.
I didn't write any of your initiative down. I'm gonna bullshit it. So yeah. Where do you want to go? Within 30 feet? You can move your mini yourself. Just.
Let me. Yeah, I'm gonna go like sort of in front of one of his minions.
The gladiator rats or the rat golems? Which ones? Because these guys, the rat golems are bigger but slower. You can see this guy here. You see with the sort of axe on his back. Yeah.
Yeah, no. If I recall, we encountered these characters before, right? And these enemies before in the Knoll Tomb of the Crimson Knoll.
I was gonna say tomb.
Right?
I was gonna say tomb. That's so fucked up.
Well, yeah, we were
But
both there.
No, if I recall, the rat golems are bigger and slower. However, they're more intimidating because they know up to 10 curses, whereas the gladiator rats can only hold 3 curses in a given moment.
Are you telling
Yes.
me? Are you sure the gladiator rats get 3 curses? I thought the mage rats only get 3 spells. Was that how?
Well,
or
spell
is
is different than the curse. Come on, this
Oh,
isn't.
yeah.
This
All right,
isn't.
my bad.
Come on,
What
guys.
is this,
All right,
campaign
I'm
one?
spacing out. I'm sorry.
Incredible. Awesome. So first up in the initiative is Lighthandriel.
Lighthandriel. Okay. Let's see. Let me look at my sheet. Shifts paper around. All right. Yeah.
Hold
okay,
on.
yes,
Wait.
yes.
Hold on. Nick, you didn't move your. Sorry. Thiswithrielhllywendel. You didn't move your miniature.
Where are you going?
You gotta move your
In front-
miniature.
In front of the rat
Move
golems?
right there.
I can.
That's a good spot, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay.
Look at that cover.
You think I don't see what you're doing? Your miniature is clearly pointing at mine and doing a jacking off motion. Okay.
It's fully articulated, so like moving the arms up and down.
Yeah, it's the new dwarven.
There's little motors in there. It's crazy.
This is unprofessional. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah.
Lythandriel, go on.
No, it's okay,
Sour mood.
Peendis.
How are you
It's
doing
okay.
this? Magnets or something?
So,
It's a little something special that our
Lythandriel
guys
is
cooked up.
Lythandriel is going to move about 10 feet forward, his cape billowing in this non-existent wind, and his boots clunking against the stone ground. 4 sets of glowing, flaming wings sprout from his back, and he begins to float up into the air. I have a 30-foot fly speed, and I would like to go straight for one of the rat golems.
Oh, sick. Are you an
So
ASMR?
I'm going to begin to float into the air as these 4 sets of incorporeal wings with flaming eyes in the middle of them, my eyes now glimmering with this golden light. Let's see what I can do as a bonus action, actually, because that wasn't my action. I am going to use, as I kind of fly over, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on You now have a +2 to your AC.
Thank you, my friend. That's not what he starts with.
Yeah, as I kind of like kneel and fall forward as the wings carry me over, I stand up and I turn to him, and I extend my hand, creating the glimmering shield. Allow my light to guide you. Allow my light to protect you, as I could not protect Popeye.
At the end?
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, incredible. Next up is Thermala, who looks at what you're doing and sees that that Peendis is all out on his own, and says, "Peendis,
Ho there, Thermala!
Peendis."
Ho there, Thermala!
Should we do that a few more times?
No, I'm good.
Says, "You may be small, but we all know the good you can do, especially from the sky." And casts, gonna cast Fly at 4th level, on you, and because 4th level, it's 2 creatures. She's going to cast that on you and Nox as well, and gives you both the gift of flight.
Whoa!
And then she's going to, as a bonus action,
That was fucking cool!
do something else. She's gonna do something else as a bonus action.
I can fly!
Next up in the initiative order is Nox. That's you.
Okay. I'm not gonna use the power of flight. But I appreciate it. Nox is gonna try and hide amongst the sea of rats, the oncoming sea of rats, and sneak between them and go up behind one of the what was it? One of the the brute ones, the big ones. What was it? I can't remember.
You're gonna try and sneak up behind one of the rat.
One of the rat golems and take him out from behind.
Hey, okay. So give me a stealth check. How many? Wait, grab the ruler for a second. Is that? You got enough movement for that?
Yeah, hold on. I should be able to make it to this rat golem.
What is that? 45 feet? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you could just.
Oh, that's a nasty looking rat golem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my favorite.
This one was pretty well done. I really like to work on this miniature here.
If you were going for
I
this
like
one, you
I
have
like
to
the like
dash.
super realistic like asshole. Not just an ass, but an asshole. Like I could
Yeah, and like
stick my
the
finger
large
in
red
there,
rocket
you know?
is pretty crazy.
You could. You're
I'm gonna sneak up right behind it, and I got a 23.
Oh, yeah. You are a ghost to these rats.
Okay.
Yeah, so you sneak by, you're going under their feet, and you disappear into the crowd of rats behind the rat golem.
Perfect. And now my plan is to stab this rat golem in the back with my 2 knives, my sharp daggers, if you will.
Go ahead, do you have advantage
Wait,
on...
are we flanking?
You have
I do
advantage
get
on-
sneak attack. Yeah.
You get sneak, but do you also get advantage on
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank God I got advantage. It'd be a 22 to hit.
22 to the rat
Sorry,
golem.
15
Okay.
plus 7 is 22, right? Bad at math.
Yes.
Yes.
You
yes.
you take out your 2 daggers that come together to make the saber of sharp dagger, and
They do.
You pull them apart into their 2 halves, and you carve up the back of this rat golem.
Take this!
And it howls out in pain and stumbles forward a little. Would you like
As
a
I
bonus
do, I'm
action?
carving the name Nox into the back, as is my signature.
Yeah, nice, awesome, nice, awesome.
It's just a bunch of little Noxes on each little rat.
Dude, that was kind of beautiful and, like, frankly, just a little bit tender.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God.
It's almost
Yeah.
Frasier-esque, you know?
Sort of touching,
Nox-
like Frasier.
Nox, as you're doing that, you look down at your arms as they do the carving, and you see the forearm tattoo you got back in Raven's grave that everyone else has on a different part of their body, and you smile knowing that you're part of a team.
My Raven's tattoo, yeah. Oh, sorry, what happens?
Awesome, awesome. Next up is Eltorp.
Oh, this fucker.
Fucking hate this guy.
You shut up. You shut up. You shut up.
And he
These nuts, dude.
Wow, dude. Okay, dude. There's not really room for talk like that at the table. You know, come on.
Okay. Okay.
he turns to he looks at Greenfellow, at old Greenfellow, and he says, "You may have snuffed out my magics once, but I have grown in power since then." And he puts his arms together, and a mass of green fire shoots out directly towards you. Can you give me a dex save, Peendis?
Yeah. I can give you a dex save.
Or you're not gonna use a reaction there, are you?
Well, I have my flight, right? Does that help me in any way?
I'm afraid not. That's gonna be a full action. Although,
Wait, would I be 5 feet? Would I be 5 feet near Greenfellow?
Okay.
yeah. You're. I mean, well, check the mini.
Yeah, the miniature is within 5 feet. Yeah.
Okay, so can I use my reaction because I'm a protection style fighter? So I would impose disadvantage as I say, Greenfellow. I kind of turn my body and allow my wings and shield to overcome them. So they have disadvantage on this attack.
Awesome.
To save them.
Awesome.
Okay. So wait, he has disadvantage on the attack, or I have
Yeah,
advantage on the
he has
saving throw? Okay. Well, I rolled a 12 on the saving throw.
You roll a 12. Okay, let's see. That is a natural 20 and a natural 4. So as the magic hits her, as the magic hits her wing, it dissipates and glances off the side, and he goes, "No!" Next
You know,
up,
I've always loved you, Peendis.
Oh, and I love you too! Oh, how I love you! Oh, yes!
next up in the
That was
initiative order
very cool.
is Thiswithrielhllywendel.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot my bow for the rat, I guess.
Wait,
Okay,
I turned to Thiswithrielhllywendel, Thanga Gobanga, and I say, wait! I have a plan for the rats. You should aim your fire on Eltorp.
Okay, yes, I will.
And keep in mind, Thiswithrielhllywendel, that with the bow of Kalzadur, you get a what is it? Plus 14 piercing damage on people who were involved in your parents' murder. And Eltorp was certainly, I mean, come on, was certainly
obviously.
involved in your
I mean,
parents'
come
murder.
on. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna aim my longbow at his face
Yep.
and then fire.
Okay, give me a roll to hit.
10.
You still have hardy aggravation, right? Reroll bow shots.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. 11.
11. I'm afraid that doesn't hit.
No! As I aim my bow at him, my rage grows too strong, and I misfire in my anger.
Keta's Thun, you draw the string back, and it begins to glow with a red, divine light. But thoughts of your father's face fill your mind, and as you let fly the arrow, it goes off into the crowd of rats. Back to... Oh no, sorry. We have the rat golems.
And me, don't forget me.
Oh yeah, Peendis hasn't gone yet, has he?
No.
We have Peendis Greenfellow.
I put my finger on my nose like Santa Claus and I say, "What you need, Eltorp, is just a little touch of magical whimsy. Perhaps I'll put you in your right place quite fast." Would you describe these rats as a swarm, by chance?
You know what? Yeah, I would.
You would describe them as a swarm? Okay.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm gonna give this to you. Oh my god.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take...
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna take on my infused item, my pipe of the sewers.
No! Oh my god!
Yeah, you know
It's back.
I gave you this. Oh no! You're gonna screw me over with it.
No, you didn't, because it's an artificer infusion. But yeah,
Oh no!
Yeah, I take out my pipe of the sewers and I play a little tune. I go do 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 do.
Keen-eared viewers might recognize this tune. God, I hope the dwarven armies arrive soon.
And with that, the swarm of rats is under my control. Actually, wait, no, they have to give me a wisdom check versus my charisma.
Wisdom check. Okay, let's do it. These rats are not very wise. They only get a +2 to wisdom.
Okay.
That is a natural 3.
That does not beat my natural 17. These rats are under my control, so I point at Eltorp and I say, "Rats, attack!" And then with my bonus action, I look to my homunculus servant, Popeye 2, and I say, "Popeye, go down his throat and choke him to death!"
Can they do that?
Oh, good move. That's great. And actually, I think the homunculi miniature is going to fit down Eltor's miniature's throat.
Yeah.
You're right. It's like, oh my god, it's like a puzzle piece. It works perfect. It's almost like this is planned. August, did you know I would do that? That's like so cool. How did you predict that?
The rat swarms turn on Eltorp and look at him. He goes, oh, good heavens! And as this happens, and you command the swarms, at the same time as Lighthandriel wraps his wings around Nox, was it? And looses an arrow that doesn't end up going anywhere, but he's still trying. You hear a horn from behind you, and out of a hole in the roof of the cave
The dwarven armies
comes swarming down Gumbart and the ever-glowing March Battalion, the rat folk you helped.
Yes!
And they come down and they say, "We are here for your aid!" Drop down, riding on their massive, slithering cockroaches. And just as you take control of the other army as well, and
tear them apart, you rats!
Hundreds of rats swarm towards Eltorp and down the hallways of Takanaul, and as the stampede of rats cuts through the air, you see there's only a single bone left over.
Well, that'll teach him!
Nox picks up the fresh bone and starts to pick his teeth with it. like you just finished a delicious feast.
Do you guys think we'll encounter this Eltorp again?
Thermala says, I don't think anytime soon.
Why is that?
Because I'm picking my teeth with his femur.
Yeah, well, but what? Okay, but why? Like, what does that have to do with anything?
I'm pretty sure this is the only thing that's left of him.
You mean like he's gone?
There's only one bone left of him, Peendis. It's kind of self-explanatory, dude. It's
Look.
kind of embarrassing that you're not picking this up.
Look, see, this is probably
But he
it.
always comes back. He's our rival.
Not anymore.
Thermala says, you forget. We still have the heart of flame. We still must reach the heart of flame. Points towards...
No, shut up. I'm still on this. but so... What, are you saying he's... No, I don't know what this means. You're telling me he's gone.
dead
but
as
what does that mean?
doornails. We don't have to worry about him anymore.
What?
Look, see?
What is dead?
I'm gonna hold the femur
folk.
up to him.
Hey, what is dead?
Do you see this? This is
Yes.
dead.
What does that mean? Explain it for me in a way that even I, an idiot, could not understand.
All right. I'll do my best here, okay? So you know how you're alive?
Yes.
All right, so imagine not being alive.
And so you're telling me that these people are not alive? These dead people, they're gone forever?
Yeah, he's not coming back.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna tenderly hand
Oh my God.
old Peendis Greenfellow the femur bone.
Old Peendis Greenfellow walks over the side of the hall and sits in the corner.
Can I take Nox to the side for a minute?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So
What? What do you want?
You can't just do that, Nox. You can't just give him the femur bone. He doesn't understand.
What do you mean? It's gonna help him understand.
It won't help him understand. It's just gonna play tricks on his mind. He's gonna confuse the light and the darkness. You let the darkness overtake you a long time ago, but he's still on the edge.
If we don't get further down the cavern, the dwarven armies won't arrive.
All right, looks like we gotta go. But do you want the femur?
No, we let the dead die in the darkness. And he shoulder checks Nox and begins to go.
Peendis Greenfellow is curled up in the fetal position and he's holding the femur tight to his chest, sort of rocking back and forth.
Prince of the Rat Folk, champion of the March Battalion, of the ever living March Battalion, ever flowing March Battalion, pulls his hood down and comes up to you and looks at you with his rodent face and says, Peendis, what troubles you such?
I don't want to talk about it.
Peendis, you know we
I don't
all
wanna-
have
I
a
don't
time
wanna-
to go.
I don't want to be around anymore.
When my father thrust the throne upon me, it became my duty to look after every living thing in my kingdom. And Peendis,
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm afraid that includes you, my friend.
I don't want to talk about it.
When she says the word father, Nox turns around.
No, that's not Thermala talking with. Thermala, wait, let me roll. Nice roll.
Yeah, no, that was Grumbo, the Rat King.
Gumbart.
Yeah.
Thermala rolls. I'm not joking. That's a natural 20. It's a natural
way.
20.
Let me see.
Dude,
let me
I'm
see,
looking
let
at
me
the
see.
board right now. That is
Don't
a
move it.
natural 20. That is like
Don't move it.
frankly, I'm just gonna get it. I'm just gonna come out and say it. That's like frankly a little bit touching.
So she comes up to you, Nox, and says, "It's about your dad, isn't it? I knew him. He was a good man."
Nox doesn't respond, but he does lock eyes. It's a very tender moment, to be honest.
Frankly, a little. You mean it might frankly be a little tender and beautiful and touching? Just a
I
little
think
bit?
you could frankly say it's actually
it's
quite
tugging
honestly.
at my heartstrings right now.
You're just gonna come right on and say it that it's frankly a little bit beautiful and tender and touching.
If I really think about it, it really was quite honestly
It's
touching.
one of the most tender and touching moments that we've had in this whole campaign.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm really into it.
Peendis Greenfellow gets up and he says, "Come on, let's go find the flame. What's the fucking point?" And he walks ahead.
I like this new painting.
Oh my god. Actually, just realizing, like, When you hear him say, "What's the fucking point?" You look down at the two daggers that make up the. No, that's not you. It's a different guy. You look down at the
He stole my daggers.
Kara's Mithun, and you see the runes in the stalk of the tree of which the bow was made start to glow. And you are thrust back to a time in your do you mind if I throw a little curveball at you? Nick, do you mind if I throw you a little curveball?
No, go ahead, dude.
Okay, yeah. You're thrust back.
Okay, August is berating Nick with baseballs and caving his skull in. Guys, this is frankly just
He's hitting my head with
touching.
a baseball bat, and I think I'm about to lose consciousness. This is insane.
He's
really
August
taking
brought in one of
DMing
those
to a new
pitching
level.
machines to the.
You guys
He brought
are
the pitching machine to the studio, and he's like pouring balls into the pitching machine and hitting them with it.
no, seriously, guys, seriously. Nick, sorry, Khaled Mathun, you are taken back. I know, Nick. You were taken back to the cottage on the outskirts of the castle where you grew up, and I have something special for you.
That was honestly a curveball. I definitely didn't see that
Look.
coming.
And here, right here on the mini, you can see this is the front yard, and this is the horse, the stable. We really got to thank our team for this one.
Oh shit! You built it?
He built the
Oh my
flash.
god, dude! Is this the ranch of Bungagingi?
There's no way it can't be.
Come on. All right.
I guess I'm gonna.
This is literally just how I pictured it.
And
I'm gonna go with.
Thrandathwil, you are 8 years old, and you're running around with your horse.
Is this like a manger or what? Like, how'd you do that?
And as you look over at the
Wait,
castle,
is this my house? Dude, how do you know? Dude, how do you know what my house looks like? What is this?
and you look over at the castle.
I've literally
with the sun-
never invited you over. What is this, dude? How did you find this? That's my real address. What is this shit?
with the sun setting behind it, and then a horrible coldness.
I know that's supposed to be
strikes your
Thrandathwil's
heart.
father, but that looks just like Harrison.
A horrible coldness strikes your heart as you see the castle in flames and your horse's bloody body in front of you, and you know your father has gone, and you're running as fast as your little legs can towards the castle. What do you do?
Wait, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on, sorry to break up the session. What? My house is on fire? What the fuck? Who did this? Guys, I gotta go!
Nick, you're running towards the burning castle. You know your father was there for a meeting with the 8 lords this morning. What do you do?
I have to go inside. I have to save him.
There's a miniature on this side of the display that looks exactly like Harrison. It's moving by itself.
Guys, wait. Harrison just sent me a text. He says that he has to go into the building. He needs to save someone.
What do you do? What do you do?
I run inside. I have to. I sift through.
You come to the massive
ashes and
wooden
the
door at the front of the
flames.
castle. Would you like to give me a strength check to try and open it?
Sure.
Give me a strength check with disadvantage.
14.
14. You manage to pull the door open. You see the flames of the main hall of the castle.
No, this
But-
can't be happening. That's what I sounded like as a boy.
I'm going to stop you there for 1 second, because actually, Nox Sharpdagger, can you give me a perception check?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20! Nox Sharpdagger,
Nice.
you awake from your slumber to find yourself in your own childhood memory
What is
as the son of the groundskeeper of Thrandathwil Castle.
No way.
And as you wake up, you see your father's out in the fields, and you look out the window, and the castle is aflame.
childhood home? A flame. This is before I sounded like John Mulaney. This is bad.
And you can actually see a small... Nick, what race are you?
Elf.
The small son of the elven lord of Thanda Calathandral banging on the front door and getting in.
I must go see what all the ruckus is. And I'll go towards it. I'll leave the safety and head towards the small man.
Small man. You get to the mouth of the castle, and you find.
Oh, he's bigger than I thought.
and you find Calathandral frantically digging through the burning embers of the great hall, looking.
Am I a child, or am I just like a bit younger?
Oh, you're 15.
Misto, what's going on? The 15-year-olds sound like, Misto, please. I'm scared.
That's you, Thrandathrill.
The castle is on fire, boy. I'm only 8 years old. I need to find my parents and get out of here.
You think they're in there?
Yes.
Okay, do you want help to dig?
Yes.
Okay. He'll start to help you dig through the embers. And scar his little boy hands.
Give me a strength check.
I rolled pretty good, so I got an 18.
I got an 11.
The 19 minus 1.
18 covers you both. You rip up. You're ripping up the floorboards. You're ripping up the floorboards, digging into the ground. And as you're digging up the floorboards, you see a ring. And a ring with the symbol of a brass eagle with 2 shields on its back. For
Is
those
that
at
your
home who don't-
parents?
For those at home who don't remember, this is the royal sigil of Duke Starblight.
Of course, naturally.
And as you see this, the memories come flooding back, and you remember that seemingly the only person who would have known about your parents' whereabouts, the only person who could have done something, was you see a woman's face in your mind, and you come to realize that face is very familiar to you. And she's helped you on your quest all along. And you both snap back into the cave. And Thrandathrill, the face of Thermala Borntera burns into your brain.
No, this can't be.
Nox's head quickly turns towards Thermala.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Oh, that's actually a 19 plus 0.
Yeah, you see him look over there.
I look at him.
Thermala turns and says yes? Thrandathrill, what do you do?
I'm gonna point at her and say, when you killed that orphan all those sessions ago, I thought it was just an accident. I thought you would change.
It was.
But you're evil. You're a villain, and I need to take you out once and for all.
You can't just say that to people. What is your proof?
She killed my parents.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, you can insight check that. Insight check.
That's an 11.
That's an 11. Yeah, even with an 11, you look and you see the ring of House Wertner on her finger. The obsidian sigil.
Oh my god. It's been you all along. I thought you were helping me fight the darkness, but it turns out you've been the darkness this whole time.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? No. I helped you. I helped you all those years ago.
You burned the castle down all those years ago, and I will have my revenge.
In Notchingburg,
I shall be by your side while you do so.
I spoke to the mayor for you. And she looks down, looks back up at you, says, "Well, I suppose the game is up."
You were a hag all along?
Now,
I suppose the best thing you can do for me now, that I've drained you of all worth, is to die!
No.
And she is going to spend 10 sorcery points to cast... to cast... to cast... This is an original spell called Starblight.
Oh, shit. That's a
Starblight.
reference.
Oh, that's cool.
Starblight completely ignores your armor. Starblight completely ignores any immunities or resistances you have. The only thing that matters is, do you have an odd number of health?
Are you asking everyone?
Fuck, no.
Everyone.
I don't.
Mine's
I
even,
don't
72.
Mine's also.
She reaches out her hands. She looks at Gumbart and points at him. And as she does, he melts into a puddle of golden embers.
Gumbart.
She turns back to you and says, "Goodbye, Fantastic Four."
Oh, that's us, yeah. That's us.
And
Oh my god. Oh fuck. Hey guys. Sorry, I had to
shit.
go for a
Harrison,
second.
fuck.
My house just burned down. It's really fucking weird. They said some guy was like walking around calling himself Eltorp, and the description matched August in every way. I'm not really sure what the fuck happened. I have some. We'll figure this out later. No, we weren't insured. My mom was in there. She had just gotten approved for chemo, but none of that matters now, I guess, because she's fucking gone, man. Everything's fucking
pull
gone.
yourself
Everything
together.
I own is
You've
fucking
got
gone. My
Harrison,
family's fucking over. Sorry. What's going on in the
We're live.
session? What's
Thermala.
what's going on? What's
Thermala, or as we now must call her, Thermatiel, Princess of the Eternal Flame. Out of each of her fingers,
whoa? This miniature's a hag. Is she a hag?
a different colored string
No,
shoots out of
hey,
each of her
is
fingers.
she a hag?
Yes, she's a hag. Do you have odd health?
Yeah, I have odd health.
Oh shit, okay. So the three of you, she blasts a string and it seeps its way into your chest and pulls your hearts from your body. Full dead, no death saves. As the three of you slump down, Nox, you stare at your old friend Gumbart, a sizzling puddle of nothing, his soul far, far gone and forgotten. Thrandathwil, you think of the face of your father, and for the first time, in a long time, the face of your mother, too. Lighthandriel.
Honestly, that might be the perfect death for Nox. Right there.
The light leaves your vision as the darkness seeps in.
Oh, I couldn't kill the darkness. Oh.
Peendis Greenfellow, you find yourself face to face with Thermaltial, Princess of the Eternal Flame.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my hag killing gauntlet that we got in the lost tomb of the loathsome knoll.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, you fat fuck, and I'm gonna grab her with the hag killing gauntlet.
She says, "What? What? No!" And if she doesn't make this save, full dead, right?
Yeah, that's a million damage.
If you want to pilfer my dead body before you make that attack, I was carrying the ring of hag holding, and that should help you with this, just in case.
Oh yeah, it's
you don't
alright.
need.
I don't want to.
Guys,
I don't want to backpedal.
This is gonna hit. This is gonna hit.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
This is gonna hit.
So
It's gonna hurt.
This is gonna be a Tomb of Attrition roll. So if we get out the Tomb of Attrition, you ready?
Okay. Yeah. I'm holding the tomb in my hand.
If she doesn't hit a 19 or higher on this, full dead.
Well, it's a 21 because of my
She has plus
two from.
She has plus 2. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
Fine. Yeah, 21.
Okay. That is a natural 7.
Oh shit!
Oh
Okay.
my fucking god.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
You hold her with the hag
the gauntlet of hag killing, and as you crunch down, the gemstones in the nails of the gauntlet seep into her bloodstream, and she begins to cough and sputter.
Of course you would.
And then she keels over.
I'm gonna look at my three friends lying on the ground, and I'm gonna say, "My friends." Now, correct me if I'm wrong, August. If we don't retrieve the flame from the tomb of this dungeon, the entire world dies, right? Like it fizzles out and dies, right?
Or at least darkness for another 4,000 years.
Darkness for so basically the world dies. I'm gonna turn to my three friends and say, "Without you, I have no world. Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps magic isn't anywhere." And I lie down with my three friends and I wait for the world to end.
Peendis, will you give me your gnome roll for today?
Oh yeah, I forgot I had AIDS. Yeah, I'm gonna give it you.
No. I did prepare for something like this. If you'll look at my miniature here, I've just clicked a button under the table and a single tear rolls down Nox's lifeless cheek.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wow,
That took a lot of
that's awesome.
hydraulics work.
It's crazy that it's hooked up to the table and not to the miniature.
I was wondering why that giant leaky pipe was hooked up to your miniature and going over our heads this whole time.
What'd you
A
get for
single
gnome
tear of sewage water.
That's a 5, August.
A 5 is 600 damage flat.
And with that, Peendis is like, "I knew I shouldn't have swapped needles with that loathsome gnoll." And Peendis falls to his knees and dies.
The light fizzles out in his eyes.
What's incredible is
body.
that all of our characters went through these crazy arcs and they became exactly what they didn't want to become.
As his body slumps down next to the bodies of his compatriots, the Fantastic Four lay dead. Thermala, long gone, soon to be forgotten. The world, seemingly doomed, and yet... The doors of the cavern swing open,
The Dwarven Army!
and Bigfoot McCleary, captain of the 1st Dwarven Brigade, steps in. Well, now we should be able to get the flame heart, no problem. Get this to the king at once, and get these men a proper burial. And that's where we're going to leave Starblight Campaign 3. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. And, as always, blighted stars means starry-eyed hearts.
You know, the thing about Pissical Ball is that it's really about family.
If you think about it, it sort of is like all about family. It's sort of.
Yeah, so guys, what'd you think?
Yeah, guys.
What'd you think?
So August, when you set my house on fire, at first I was a little bit pissed, you know. But now that I think about it, it really got me, in the mood for the session, and I was so excited that we were finally gonna get my mom's ass cancer taken care of. We were finally gonna cure her ass cancer, and then she died, and that was exactly what I needed.
If I could actually take a
get in the mood,
contrarian stance to that, Harrison, I actually found it to be at first. I was quite shocked that he would go so far as to set your house on fire to set the mood for Dungeons and Dragons. But you know what ended up happening was it ended up being a really integral part of the story. It worked really well for all of our.
It was like an infectious.
I felt like old Peendis Greenfellow when the nasty, horrible, ugly, smelly trolls burned his village down. I really
it made me
felt
laugh.
that.
It made me laugh. It's the thing. It made me laugh.
To piggyback on all that.
It made you laugh?
Think about how.
It made me laugh. Yeah,
my
it made me
mom
laugh.
died.
Think about how it would feel if Harrison did not leave and come back. I feel like it would have lessened the impact.
Yeah, it wouldn't have
Harrison
been anything
leaving
like
to
what
go
it
to
was. I mean, look, and also
Harrison to get that house fire and then come back was
that natural 7 was a 1 in 400 chance. I mean, it's like it's insane.
Yeah, because
And
we
it's
do
been-
roll a d400.
And the fact the amulet of Kalathun. I mean, it's just like just a bit item gets. I mean, the dice really do make the rules. They really
It's really
because
interesting how like all of these like little pieces that you set up for us back like in session 1 when we were at the Knoll city of Knollpopolis and
Noltopia?
Noltopia, and we fought Knoll Papadopoulos. Like that was like it's all come full circle, you know?
Yeah, and the Knoll was kind of a good mirror for Peendis, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
A really good like foil.
I was gonna say good mirror for Thiswithrielhllywendel, you know? Because he also
Fish with a
he
limbar.
also-
Fish with the limb. When I was when we did that breakout session when it was just me and just me and Thamala, and we were walking we were walking around
with the giants of Gorbopolis. Yeah,
the giants were going up, and we were walking around the perimeter of Rose Quartz Lake. We were out securing the perimeter. I remember thinking to myself, you know, it was a bit odd that we were to find that hag-killing gauntlet. It didn't make much sense to me at the time, but you know what? Now that we're at the end of this and I'm looking at it, like taking a point of view from where we are now, it does make a lot of sense that we found a hag-killing gauntlet.
Well, also if you look at it,
I forgot about the Cape of Nightshade we got from Dracula's castle. Fuck,
Yeah.
I should have used
Yeah,
that.
what about
The
the slippers of Knoll that we got at the at the Knoll hole? What about
Why
those?
was
You
the-
guys remember
You
that?
know, I'm also starting to wonder why Knolls came up so many times.
They're what like
There were a lot of Knolls in
Thrandaquilia.
this campaign, you know.
Why are there so many August? Why do you like Knoll so much?
Thrandaquilia's wet nurse was described as having auburn hair, and then you meet Thermala, who has fiery hair, and then the only 2 people in the campaign like that. So it's like the
And it really
breadcrumbs
starts
are
to
there.
come together.
It
It
comes
really
full
starts to
circle.
come
It's about
together.
family. It's like poetry, you know.
Yeah, it's
It rhymes.
It's kind of like it's like Joseph Campbell, hero of
It's
a
kind
thousand
of beautiful,
faces.
and touching, and tender, and inspiring. Quite frankly, if I'm just gonna come
Well,
out and say
it's like an eternal story. Like everyone can relate. There's only like 3 stories. You know, Star Wars, the Bible, and you can relate. It's so easy to relate when
right,
it's
yeah.
so knowable.
It was kind of like Star Wars meets the
One thing
Bible.
I was thinking about. That's just like one thing. Yeah, it's like Star Wars meets the Bible. It's kind of
Cosmic gumbo.
it's a cosmic mix. It's the action of the 90s combined with the exploitation films of the 70s. But with modern touches, it's like hyper violence, but it knows what it is. You know, it's a little bit Tarantino. It's definitely a little bit Michael Mann. It's kind of a cosmic gumbo. It almost moves to the beat of jazz. You know.
How about this? You guys remember this one? The nose in the holes, and the nose in the holes, and the nose keep on trucking through the hole. Remember this one? In Knoll City, well, the Knoll girls are so pretty. I wish that the nose would keep trucking. You remember that? That was
Yeah,
like
that was great. I
that was
do
like
remember
35 sessions ago
That was
now.
so good, dude.
Yeah, 35 sessions ago. Negative 15 or whatever.
So, can you give us, like, us in the audience, just, like, any little, like, sneak peeks into what you have planned for the next chapter?
Oh, that's...
Well-
I don't know. I don't know about that just yet. I mean...
I think all I can say is I think we might be taking the star in Starblight a little more literally next time. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
I think I might know what you mean by that.
All of our characters are gonna have 5 points.
I don't want to say anything. and give people false hope. But I think I know what you might mean by that. I think I know where you're going.
It is possible. I mean, that would line up with the character I came up with, Jake Starrunner, you know?
I think all I'll say is that I might need to get my hydraulics back in action for next campaign as well.
Well, thank you
All I'll
to
say
everyone.
is that
thank
you
to-
might want to have a box of Kleenexes nearby because it's going to be just a little bit touchy.
Thank you
If
to
you're
everyone
emotional,
for watching.
definitely grab
Thank
the
you
Kleenex.
to the Fantastic Four, and as always, hey kids, stay starry-eyed.
Hey, and to the guy who keeps sending Nick those dead bird heads, like stop it. We're gonna
It's
close
his character.
the PO box.
It's his character.
This is
It's
getting
his
out of
character.
hand.
It's literally his character. It's not him. Just we're gonna close
Okay,
the
guys,
box.
great session. I'm just getting a phone call, so I'm just gonna answer this real quick. Yeah? What? Fire, hold on, slow down. What are you talking about? The house? On fire. No, that doesn't make any sense. I mean,
Stay starry-eyed, kids.